Hey guys, and welcome to this short journey for anytime stretch or anytime wind down, anytime release. This will be a very low to ground practice. We'll be mainly supported by our mat. You are welcome to use any props, so grab a brick, block, blanket, cushion, whatever you need to make yourself feel extra comfortable. This is suitable for those who have limited mobility or limited range of movement and would like something to be very supportive and quite soft and gentle, but there is also the opportunity to take it a little bit deeper, should that also be in your practice as well. 3 days, around 15 minutes per practice. Jump in and enjoy. Welcome to day one. Let's get started in our comfortable seated position. Grab any extra support that you might like. And when you're ready, sit up a little taller. Imagine that piece of string in the crown of your head lifting you toward the sky. Feel shoulders drop down from the ears and let the hands rest wherever they're more comfortable. If you're in need of grounded energy, you might drop palms onto the knees or thighs. If you're feeling a little more energized, maybe open up towards the sky and to the space around you. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh. 2 more times. Inhale, fill the belly and the lungs. Mouth opens, in your own time, let it go. One more time. Return into your natural breath and taking a moment to notice how you feel in the body today. Thank yourself for showing up and let's get moving. Gaze can stay down if you'd prefer. We'll send our fingertips out wide and all the way up to the sky. Continue to elongate through the side body. Gaze up if you'd like. And as we wiggle the fingers, drop the arms back down by your side. Perhaps they touch the floor either side of you. And let's go again. Inhale, rise up. Feel all the space in the side ribs growing. Wiggle the fingers, drop them down like a waterfall cascading. We'll go one more time, all the way up, but this time we'll stay there. So really extend to the sides, to the top, and dropping your left hand down to the ground. You might want to block there to lift the ground up. We'll hinge over toward the left side. Really drop this shoulder out of the way from underneath you, so we've got that extra room to breathe. Nice. Now take your time, lift back up to center, arms extend, and then drop the opposite arm, send it over towards that right side, and really feel heavy still through your lower body. Fantastic. Make your way back to center. Again, both arms reach to the sky, but this time palms come together and we'll bend the elbows, bring the thumbs back to the nape of the neck. So really dropping them down here, feeling the elbows pull behind you as the chest shines up toward the sky. Really open through the armpit space. Take an inhale, shine your chest even higher. On your exhale, round the spine, drop chin towards the chest. Inhale to rise up, feel the space, and exhale, dropping down. Really nice. We'll go 3 more times, but at your own pace. Slow this down if you'd like to. Alternatively, if you don't want to go with the breath, then just remember to breathe. Really simple. After your final time, we'll come back to that neutral spinal position. Then extending the arms up overhead. We'll keep hold of all of the fingertips touching together and release thumbs down to the chest. Nice. Dropping left ear to left shoulder. Now really soft here with the head and neck. If you would like a little bit more, bring one hand to the ear and apply really light pressure. Now mindful as we switch, lifting up and dropping opposite ear to opposite shoulder. Nice, and again, if we want that bit of pressure, we can gently drop the hand onto the ear. But be mindful, always ask yourself, do I need this extra today? One of those days when I need it for sure. Now dropping hands back together at the heart, lifting up the head, shrug the shoulders back a few times. And if you need to adjust your seat here or at any point, of course, please do. We'll drop our fingertips down to the mat in front of us, and this might be all you need. Or go a little bit further, crawling through. I'll actually remove my pillow here as I feel a bit more comfortable without it in this posture. We'll hinge forward as far as the body wants to go. Option of dropping the elbows down, but being mindful here that we're not simply collapsing in the head. So keeping the neck long and stay nice and open through the chest still. We'll hold it here for a couple long breaths. Then shuffling yourself towards the side, doesn't matter which side. Again, heavy in both legs, feeling that extra space through the side body. We'll get lots of nourishment for the spine as always today. So take your time in walking through center and going over to the other side. Nice. Lovely. And as we move back to center, we'll hinge forward for one final breath in. If you'd like to, release and sigh it from the mouth. Then as you walk yourself back up, hold it there. We'll take our left leg out and bring our right foot to the inner left thigh. So staying nice and open to begin with. We'll send our hands through the middle of the legs and reach forwards. A bit of a hip hinge going on here. More activation through the back of our left leg, but keeping your toes flexed if we can to really keep that engagement and that feeling of a deep stretch. Take one more breath. Can we see if there's a little bit more space to explore? Fantastic. Use your exhales to drop that little bit closer, but release the need to feel the force or the strain. Always inviting. Beautiful. Last full breath here. We've got it nice and deep. Make it lush. And then we'll stay low, lift if you need to. We'll crawl ourselves over to that long leg and bring our palms to frame either side. Now dropping our belly towards our thigh, looking to lower as evenly as we can. So rather than a heavy collapse to one side, as I said, try and level it out through shoulders, through ribs. And again, heavy through this bent leg, okay? We'll hold it here for 4 or so more breaths, but as always, they're at your own pace, so you might go a little bit longer, you might be a shorter or shallower breather today, and that's all okay. Yummy stuff, take your time. If you're still breathing, awesome. We'll lift up when you're ready. Again, have a little wiggle out if needed. We'll swap sides, so extended leg bends in and bent leg extends out. Start a bit more open with your seat and dropping the hands down, we'll crawl them forward in between the legs. And one side often feels really different to the other, so be open to that. Welcome it all in. You're doing amazing just by being here in the first place. Can we go a little deeper on our exhale? Notice if this extended leg is wanting to drop in and carefully draw it away. So although we are lowering towards the mat in one sense, there's that bit of opposition as we're opening it in the other sense. Fantastic. One more breath here. Make it big, make it beautiful. Then can we stay folding as we crawl over to that extended leg? Hands frame either side. Have a moment to settle into your seat and then find your hinge. Nice. And when we know where we're going, we might feel that bit more comfortable and that more trusting to drop the gaze. So at any point, let it lower and focus on the feeling. We often in our in-person classes talk about sensation over shape. So can you check in with that right now? Notice where the sensations are, no matter how strong or how subtle. Beautiful, make this your last breath. And then taking your time to lift when you're ready. We'll bring both legs in for a moment, any version of a cross-legged seat, but let the knees almost flutter out like little wings. We'll then take both legs to extend a little bit wider. Now, how wide these go is up to you. If you again want your seat, feel free to lift up that bit higher. It might give you some space. If your hips are off your mat and your feet are on, no problems, no worries, make it work for you. But from here, we'll drop our fingertips down, stay open and long in the torso, and from there, take a hinge. But now we'll find a slight variation if it's in our practice today. So either stay as you are, or hands come round, fingertips touch the back of the head. We'll rotate our rib cage to one side. Really feel like that top elbow's pulling behind and this bottom elbow's pulling toward the mat. Breathe here. And carefully draw back through center and twist over to the other side. Beautiful. Now we'll go a few more times at your own pace. If this does feel pretty sticky, then that's okay. Stay if you need to really breathe into it. Remember, keeping that hinge, but if it is far too much to fold as well, then we can always find this movement in a more upright posture for the torso. Nice. If we're in that twist, we'll go one more time to each side before meeting back in center. Taking your time to lift up the torso, and as the knees bend, draw them in, give yourself a big old hug. Make it yummy. There's so much magic that can be found in these resets. These little moments of just shaking it off. Nice. Now from here, come back to any seat. We can cross the legs, we can kneel. Remember, make it work for you. From there, we'll send the arms all the way to the sky. Then a big circle backwards. Can we bring the hands behind to interlace and push the knuckles away, not only down towards the mat, but further from your back body. Big old stretch for the shoulders, also the chest. Gaze a little higher if we'd like, but mindful of collapsing in the neck, so keep some engagement here. And whether you're kneeling, cross-legged, whatever works, we have the option of hinging ourselves forwards. So go as far as you'd like to go. If forehead does touch the ground, awesome, stay there. Whatever the case, trust in your breath. If your head is down, slowly lifting back up. Together, press the knuckles away. One last deep inhale. And exhale to release and let it go. Palms plant down, shoulders circle back. Nice. And we'll find one final more active posture before we come to our pause again. So this is soles of the feet together, knees open wide. And I'll take my little seat once again for this pose. If you find this pose really tricky for the hips, then you might even want to put your back against the wall, and it's a great way to find some extra lift while we can focus on that opening through the lower body. So we can hold it here. Some like to take hold of their ankles or feet. If you do, no problem. Just be mindful we don't want to pull ourselves using our arm muscles. So as we either sit tall or hinge forward, we want to be mindful of our breath. And with our hinge, let it come from the hips. And as I mentioned, let the hips do a lot of the work here. So less about the arms. As you get down there, test the water. Can we take the arms away perhaps? And just see how it feels to breathe into the inner thighs, into the hips. And if you would, of course, like to stay here a little longer, please, please do. Alternatively, this is our last 3 breaths for this journey, for our day 1. Make your exhales extra luscious, keep them long. And after that final breath, lifting up, knees come back together. Any comfortable seat of your choice. You might even stay with the knees drawing in. You might cross, whatever works. We'll find a few moments stillness. Option of finishing with a big exhale, sighing from the mouth. And with palms together, notice how you feel. Thank yourself for being here. Wishing you a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.